Hi, this is me, JL, the July Lioness, in The Sims 4, and today we are building Solsbury Hill. So here we are. I've got the user interface showing. I don't normally do videos showing the interface. I tend to make machinima, but today, since we're building, I thought it would be better to show the UI so you don't see things kind of appearing out of nowhere. So this is a lot that was a park, so I'm just adjusting it to residential. This is how I envision Solsbury Hill. Maybe. So I'm setting up the lot traits. I made it convivial and good soil and earthquake zone just for a little fun. This is set up out in the desert. I heard that there's this town I know of in Nevada. The whole town is for sale for $8 million. So I was thinking, whoa, what if some of us had lottery wins and we actually bought the town and then we would build Solsbury Hill there. So that is my source of inspiration. Excuse me, I think I'm catching a cold, so sorry if I do a lot of throat clearing. So yeah, you have to have the mailbox, and this one looks like from outer space. It's an inside joke. I am planning on making this into a game so that we can have Sims actually living here. I thought that would be fun, and you could make, if you want to make a sim of you and I can add it to the game, just get in touch with me if you're interested in that. I've made my family. You won't see them in this episode. So this is not a finished build yet. I have a couple more sections to do I haven't started on yet. But this is the first part of the build. I guess there will be 2 build videos, and then after that we'll get into the gameplay. Oh, so sorry. So here I just started breaking ground here, drawing in the walls. If you've not played The Sims 4, it's a good game. A lot of people just do it because they enjoy the building and they don't actually play with The Sims much. A lot of people use it for storytelling. So they would have maybe they've got a book that they've already written themselves and they wanted it to sort of illustrate it. So then they would play The Sims in such a way that they would pose The Sims and take screenshots of it and use the game that way for storytelling. And the producers of The Sims Electronic Arts are very supportive of that. So you can play The Sims in a lot of different ways. You can play it sweet, you can play it dirty. I play very traditionally. I have my married families with children and all that, so I'm pretty boring. Some people can get pretty wild with it, but not me. I don't really go for that. So anyway, yeah, we're building the first structure here, and I started out sort of not knowing exactly what I wanted to do, so I kind of made a mess with all these spare walls out here. So I wasn't really sure what I was going to do, but then when my vision crystallized, it's like, oh, okay. So I started to focus in, and ultimately I will clean up all these extraneous walls down here, wallage. So you can see I'm zeroed in on this building, and this is the windows going in. So you see the lower third of the screen is what's called the catalog. And this is set up since nobody's moved onto this lot yet. It's you build this. You can build this for free, and then once it's complete, it will go up for sale for your sim to buy and either move into or run as a business, depending on if it's residential or commercial. So this whole world, which they call Oasis Springs, comes, if you were to buy The Sims 4 right now, this minute, you would get just the base game. You would find Oasis Springs in there, and it would already be loaded with lots of people's houses, residences, a mixture of residences and businesses in this exact world. There's a park and a library and already built houses and then some empty lots. So you can sort of customize it however you want. The Sims is extremely, well, the building is very customizable. So yesterday I went and when I decided I was going to do this, I decided I want a complete clean slate for Oasis Springs, which is what this world is called. So I went and deleted all of the buildings, and I evicted all the Sims that were living in their houses, and that took a while, I guess about half an hour or so, to get it all cleaned out. So this whole Oasis Springs area is ours to play in. So I'm going to have other lots available. So if you want your sim in the game, I have 4 slots available for this particular lot. So 4 more. There's room for 4 more here at Solsbury Hill, and then there are just I don't know, at least 15 or so empty lots out there in the rest of Oasis Springs. I was thinking the rest of the lots could be, I have 3 different styles of kind of trailer parks. There's a trailer park with 5 separate trailers all on one lot. And then there's another one that's one big double wide trailer. That's another type of lot you can have. And then there's a single wide trailer that's got a lot of empty land on it. So you could have maybe 2 people living in the single wide, maybe 4 or 5 in the double wide, and comfortably. And this lot, Solsbury Hill, will take 8. The capacity for each household is 8. You cannot have a household bigger than 8 Sims, and I believe, actually I'm not sure. I'd have to check. You can have pets in The Sims. That's a fairly recent addition. I'd have to look up how many pets you can have in addition to human Sims or humanoid Sims. Bipedal Sims, let's put it that way. So this structure is shaping up. I'll bet you can kind of guess what it is right now. What could it be? They just added a big expansion, the Seasons expansion, to the game, and it's only maybe a week old now, and everybody's just, all the Simmers, that's what we're called. All the Simmers are having a blast playing with the Seasons. It's pretty thorough. And they added a big gardening upgrade, so you can plant these big gardens, and they're seasonal, so you have seeds that will only grow in certain seasons. I mean, it's really done pretty well. And of course there's a big thing about with Christmas decorations and holidays and all that stuff, so there's just an enormous addition to the building and to the gameplay, because some are players and some are builders. I've been more of a player, but I do like building too. I actually made a series about 5 sisters who were in the construction industry. So one was One was the builder, one was the real estate agent, one was the owner of the company, and two were interior designers. And then they hired out for a landscaper. So that's a whole series, which I think is also, yeah, it's also on this channel. It's called Surreal Estates, and I haven't gotten back to it, but I will. But they built 3 houses so far, and I had some fun. They were all very distinctive characters. They would narrate each episode, so I would do different voices for the depending on the episode, because I kind of like voice acting. So here we're doing a fence, and as you probably guessed that this is the greenhouse. So I was thinking we're going to be self-sustaining. I would guess this would be really kind of an intentional community, if you would want to use that term, but open to everybody. The survivors. I don't know. It's just going to have to be off the grid. I mean, there might not even be a grid, or I guess the grid will be in decay, right? I don't know. If there's no power, we're going to have to generate our own by solar, of course, out in the desert. That would be the easiest one, I would say. I have to get solar panels. Solar and wind, and yeah, this is the Scarecrow. He's new to the game. He actually comes alive, so I thought he'd be kind of fun. And hey, Wizard of Oz reference. There you go, the Scarecrow. Oh yeah. That just popped into my mind. So I put in 2 scarecrows. I hear that they actually help with the gardening. If your sim gets a good relationship up with them, somehow they help do your gardening. Like I guess they do the weeding or something. So an animated scarecrow is always helpful. Like the Wizard of Oz one sure was. He's a good guy, right? So here's the inside of the greenhouse. The glass roofs are also a new addition to the game, and so we're having fun. Simmers are having fun making our greenhouses and gardening. And you can earn money with your gardening. You can sell your crops. I would think that we would have to have some kind of a barter system eventually, but the game, of course, is set up using money, so I can't really show that. But that's the flower arranging table I'm putting in, and you can make money off of that. So yeah, I'm just going to add some fun things to the world. There are 2 really tiny lots that are the perfect size for roller skating rinks, and so I thought I could put in one of those for them, something for people to do. This game has no cars that the Sims can actually drive, but you do see cars going by, just sort of as ambiance, I guess. So yeah, the greenhouse is coming right along. Adding in the furnishings, we've got the planter boxes. Yeah, so I'll pop those in. There's going to be a lot because we're going to be producing. This is basically a farm, I guess. Working on the farm. Okay, so this is it, the greenhouse for now, with all of the planters and some things growing already. So the plants will be actually grown in the gameplay. You buy the seeds and the sim takes care of the plants, and somehow the scarecrow helps. But you see, the seasons will pass. They'll have the holidays, and This is the desert, so I'm not sure if we're going to see snow, but there's rain and thunder, a lot of wind. I've seen wind already. So I need to do some landscaping. I think I'm going to add some cacti and maybe some palm trees or something around the lot. But that's a beekeeping box right there. I think I put in 2. And of course that helps with the gardening, and it produces honey, and the Sims are able to make honey-based recipes. I think they can make honey cakes or something. Probably they can sell them. There is a game pack that has laundry items, so you can get a washboard and a clothesline. But I do not have that game pack. And that will cost me, I think it's $10, which I don't feel like spending at the moment. So here we're starting the dorm. And there's another structure that will be done in the next video. But I placed it just so that I know, but it's basically empty. But this is the dorm for now. Very simple, very basic. That's an inflatable bed. Nothing fancy. Because I don't know what, who knows what to expect really. This is why I'm doing this, to kind of help myself grasp what the future holds, possibly. We all like to have some kind of control over our lives, and The Sims is all about micromanaging. So, like I said, this is kind of my vision board. So these are the dorms. Difficult to film the inside of them. You'll see later that I had kind of struggled with that, but you'll see if you watch the gameplay videos, which I hope you will. I think it'll be a fun way of kind of processing all of this stuff, because people are getting pretty stressed, and I'm probably catching a cold. That's how stressed I seem to be becoming. But this helps me focus on other things. I mean, I appreciate all of the videos about the waves and the ascension and all that stuff, but sometimes you gotta get away from it. So The Sims helps me to escape. I get really focused in on this building, and it will take 3 hours will just fly by. I think this build took me a couple hours, and I didn't even realize it. I mean, I looked up. I think I started it around 11 last night, and next thing I knew, it was after 3 a.m. So, and this video's been edited. So we're just putting in the bathroom right now. 2 bathrooms for 4 Sims. We've got my Sim and my spouse and our 2 cats, our 2 real life cats. So they will be the ones moving in here to begin with. And like I said, again, if you would like to join our household, let me know, and I can make a Sim of you as realistic as you wish, or unrealistic as you wish, whatever you're comfortable with. And I will give more detail to those who express an interest. But I think it would be kind of fun to see us all live in here in this world together, to see how we get along either with each other and with his circumstances. And I don't know. Like I said, I guess you'd call this an intentional community. It's a lot to process. So I'm just putting in some more lights. I do like the way this game is designed, the way you can see the shadows and the reflections, and it looks pretty three-dimensional. Gotta have the dressers, otherwise the Sims can't get new clothes. Oh no! But you can actually set up a store where they go and buy their clothes too. You can do stores in The Sims, which is fun. I think I'm going to add a church / meeting hall. I think we need to do that. So I want to do a church. I want to do the roller rink. I want to do a community garden in addition to these greenhouses. Community garden, any Sim can go there and just harvest what they want. And it's a public lot. And something for children. Could probably do an ice skating rink too. That's also available for the winter. I'll have to see. I haven't really. Seasons is so new, so I'm not. So I'll be learning more about what's available as the more I play the game. Throwing some paint on the walls here. Just wanted to keep it, basic, not bland, not disgusting. There's so many different ways you could take this. I could have made it look really run down. I could have made it look kind of haunted, like spooky. Could make it look very opulent. But this is just a basic shelter for now. So I was just picking colors that, they were attractive, but not fancy. Easy to live with, I guess. I didn't want tacky. I mean, it's fun to go tacky, but no. I could even put some spider webs in there, and actual little animated spiders come out of it. There's also you can also put in a mouse hole that actually produces rats, and the Sims interact with with that, and the cats will hunt the rat. And oh boy, it's amazing what you can do. I think I'm coming to the end of the video, just about. I've got one more clip. So we're going to finish the painting, changing the bedclothes a little bit. Did I do the roof? Nope, time for the roof. Very simple roof. Just a nice gabled roof. And it's not a fancy building. It maybe was a barn or something. But I would say a sturdy structure. So I don't know if this would be empty land. The Kalmavari has people living there, like I said. So, there are going to be houses for sale in addition to empty lots. I don't know how that would work. I mean, if you ended up buying the whole town, does that mean you get the vacant houses are included in that? Who knows? Or I would guess maybe if you buy the whole town, part of the money would go to the owners of those houses. Who knows? But yeah, let me just put to get the outside covered here. I'll fix the roof. Okay, I'm gonna sign off here. Just about done. Got a little bit of stonework to do, and then we're done. So it's been me, JL, the July Lioness, and I hope you enjoyed this. And there's more buildings on Solsbury Hill compound coming up. Take care, folks, and thank you so very much for watching, and subscribe and like if you feel like it. Bye now.